guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. I kind of did this review already, but I kind of messed it up. Yeah, I just really messed it up like last night, because my phone has a problem when it comes to uploading videos. Like sometimes, even though it's like a short video, it will take like 2 hours to upload. So from now on, I'm just going to upload everything on my PC, yeah. Even if I record it on my phone, I'm just still going to upload it to the PC, yeah. Because I don't want that to happen again. But yeah, this was a good sequel, and yeah, I'm going to talk about spoilers, so I'm just letting you know, guys. But yeah, definitely a good sequel. Better than the last one, like the second movie. I can see why a lot of people don't really like that movie, like, it was just so silly, man. Had to take serious as well. And that ending is just so silly, man. It kind of made, like, the original ending of the first movie look like a joke, which, you know, the first one's still my favourite so far. Yeah. I mean, the only one that I actually watched properly, because I think when I did watch the first one, I was younger, so I was kind of scared of it, so yeah. But yeah, like, it was one of the remake ones, where Leatherface has like a sister or something, a sibling. But yeah, I'll be watching that one again soon. I'll get to there soon. But yeah, basically this is set after, I guess, many years after the first movie. Because I guess they said, like, after the sole survivor who escaped, you know, from Leatherface and his family, and I think one of them died, yeah. I guess she kind of died in like 1977, so the main character from the first movie died, and then with Leatherface, in the sequel, his whole family got wiped out, and it seems like Leatherface met his demise as well from the, you know, the first character's father. I mean, the first main character's father, yeah. Because he wanted revenge for what, you know, these people did to his family. So it seems like he takes out, well, because he did have help from someone else who he, you know, was, well, kind of saved, but yeah, I don't know if he was thinking that she was dead. I mean, the main character in the second one, like, she kind of takes out some of them, but then like there's that ranger guy who takes out the main ones anyway. And then, you know, going into this movie, I didn't know what to expect, really. Like, is he gonna have a whole new set of family? Is he wanting revenge? The sort his family. I was just thinking what that actually meant. Like, maybe it's a symbol that he wants revenge for what happened to his family. But yeah, basically when the movie starts, we kind of get reports of, you know, 70 or possibly over, you know, 100 bodies that are found in, like, I guess the water. So it kind of shows how long this has been going on for, but I think this is just in like one location, because yeah, man, because this has been going on for a long time in this universe, like these Texas Chainsaw Massacres, yeah, and somehow Leatherface is still alive, because he's kind of like those villains who just never die, yeah. But I guess I could start talking about the main characters now. So the main character is Michelle. She has someone as well called Ryan. I'm not sure if that's her sister or boyfriend, like. I mean, there is 2 signs which show that it's her boyfriend, but yeah. But yeah, basically, they're on a journey to, I don't know, take this car that they're driving to her father's, but I just don't know if that was like an excuse to, I guess, the person who stopped her, you know, because they went in the area where all those dead bodies were found, and they just wanted them to keep moving, yeah. And then they end up on this, yeah, they end up in one of these places, you know, like the first movie. So you can kind of tell that something's wrong, especially looking at this guy. You can tell that he's a bit crazy. And he's definitely perverted. I mean, you know, when he starts to talk to that girl, when Ryan goes to the toilet to check it out, like to see if it's okay and stuff. Because, man, this place looks very creepy. I mean, you can see that there's animals, like, just hanging up in there. So, yeah. So, yeah, this guy kind of comes out of nowhere and takes Michelle's picture. And I don't know, it seems like he's trying to hit on her, but, you know, in a creepy way. Especially when he's like filling up the gas tank. Oh my god. But I guess luckily there's someone there, you know, to help her, called Tex. I think that's his name. But yeah, this character is kind of like, you know, all the other, you know, cuckoo characters from the other 2 movies. I mean, the first one's still the best to me. The second one was good, but, you know, a little bit more over the top. And this one is just like perverted, really. Yeah. So yeah, this is the guy who's Tex. he seems like a nice character who I guess you could trust, but I mean, in a place like this, like he's basically in the same place where this crazy guy is. So I mean, from the beginning, I didn't even trust him anyway, because it does turn out that he's actually working with, Leatherface's family, his new family, and that guy's with him with Leatherface's family as well. I mean, because why would he be in the same area as this guy, especially if he knows him as well and says that he's the town's crazy person? Like he'd still be around him, especially when basically there's a scene when Michelle goes into the toilet, and then that guy is the crazy guy is just has like a hole in like where the toilet is to peep on people, and then I guess text him out of the toilet to expose him, and that's when he goes back in, the crazy guy, and gets his shotgun. Oh my god. And then Tex says for them to leave, and then he just basically shoots the window, but then it looks like he shoots Tex as well, but he kind of fakes that because he's actually a part of what's going on, because they basically set up like a trap for them, so they're basically going to be hunted now. And then that's when they crash into someone. Well, because they are getting followed, they notice that, but then they accidentally crash into someone who isn't really a part of it, and he's basically called Benny. He's going to be the one who actually helps them the most, I guess, even though sometimes at the beginning he made a lot of mistakes. I'm definitely going to say that. Yeah. Because, basically, this person, Benny, who crashed into him, well, even though it was kind of Michelle and Ryan's fault for just driving so fast and not really seeing what they're doing. I think this guy's like someone who like hunts animals or something. I'm not really sure. But he knows how to use a gun, basically. So he's able to defend him, but then he kind of does something silly because basically Michelle and Ryan tell that they're getting chased by these crazy people, because even when there was a moment when they had to stop basically the gas went out again, and that's when Leatherface shows up 20 minutes into the movie as well, which still is early, because normally like it takes a long time to build up everything, especially with the first two movies. My god, you have to wait like 40 minutes or so for things to actually start going. Yeah, I mean the second one, like in the first 10-15 minutes, like you see Leatherface kill those people, but then after that, like it's a long way for something else to happen again. But yeah, this one just gets straight to the point, I guess. And at first it seems like it's a Jeepers Creepers sequel, but yeah, I guess it goes in a different direction, obviously. Sequel, I didn't mean to say sequel, I mean like, it felt like the first Jeepers Creepers movie. That's what I'm trying to say. With these two siblings, but I don't think they are siblings, and like maybe they were together. Yeah. It just at first they felt like siblings. Yeah. But I guess I'm just gonna talk about Benny, the guy who tries to help them. I mean, he does help some of them, but yeah. And then there's this girl Sarah who actually saves him as well when things start to go bad. Alright, so this is Benny and Sarah. So basically, I guess Sarah had like a family, so sisters, I think she said. She had sisters, but then Leatherface and his family basically killed them and possibly eaten them. Yeah. But she was like the sole survivor, I guess. Kind of like the main character from the first movie. But those scenes when they're at the dinner table and it seems like they're just losing their mind. That's what it looks like it happened to. That's what it looks like it happened. Like what happened to her. Like, it looks like she actually lost her mind. What I'm trying to say. Yeah. But she's been out here for like days, possibly a week, and she's kind of gotten used to surviving out here, because you'd think that she'd actually escape by now, but this place, like everywhere our main characters went, like it was always a new trap basically. So it seems like Norway was safe, so that's why it was hard for her to escape. It makes sense, like she was just hiding most of the time from Leatherface. But then one time when she tries to help someone, this guy Benny, everything just goes wrong. Yeah. So yeah, basically, when Benny's trying to get help, a stranger comes by, and it's actually one of the people who was after Michelle and Ryan. I mean, he doesn't know that at first, but when he checks the back of the truck, that's when he knows that something's wrong. So he kind of says something to, that he needs to get something before he goes with him to get help. But he's actually getting his, I guess, assault rifle, M4, whatever I should call it, But then, like, you know, the guy knows something's up, so he tries to run over Benny. Then he falls down the hill, and then Leatherface comes and tries to, you know, kill him. But then, you know, Sarah, you know, distracts Leatherface, and then Benny's able to escape. And then he eventually meets back up with Sarah. Yeah, she seems like she would have been a cool character if Benny didn't leave her, and then, you know, she basically gets killed. Oh man. But she does give something to Benny that, you know, helps at the end of the movie. Yeah. So she wasn't like a waste of potential. Well, kind of she was, because she seems like a character who should have survived up until the very end. Because I was thinking Benny, like, when I first met him, like, he's not going to survive that long. Like, 10 minutes at the most. But then he actually ends up surviving most of the movie, man. Yeah. I'm kind of shocked. Because this character seems like she should have been one that, you know, actually survived. But Benny just, at the beginning, like, he just made so many mistakes. Because what he does with Michelle and Ryan, he basically gives them like a pill to make them, I guess, go to sleep. But at the time, he didn't really realize that, you know, crazy people was basically after him, because he said that he's been around here for like 2 years. Like, he's drove around here for 2 years and he's never seen any, you know, people like them. And they've never, like, attacked him as well. So he wasn't expecting all this. But still, to give him a pill that will just make him feel sleepy wasn't really a good idea. And he just leaves him there. He doesn't even go back for him. Yeah, and then he does the same thing with Sarah. Like, they should have stick together, man. Like, those two should have went back to Michelle and Ryan, and then all of them together would have been a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, but instead, he just splits up from him, and then, you know, Sarah gets killed, and then Ryan, you know, it seems like he gets killed by Leatherface. But, you know, Leatherface, you know, chainsaws, you know, Sarah's head off. And then later on, like, that creepy guy, that perverted guy, kind of, like, goes to her head, kisses it, and then throws it in the water, where all the bodies end up. Yeah. All because Benny couldn't stay with him, but, you know, later on he does, you know, cause the main damage to the family, which I should, you know, introduce the family before, you know, talking about how he takes them on. Alright, so this is the main family for the third movie. Definitely a better family than, well, can I say that? Well, I actually really enjoyed this family, but can I say better than the second one? Because we still had some of the OGs in the first movie, especially the father. But, you know, he couldn't really make it to the third one. I mean, he kind of commits suicide in the second movie. Yeah. To, you know, try to take out the ones who destroyed his home and his factory. But yeah, I do like this new family. So yeah, Tex, who seems like he's a nice guy, like, he's kind of the one who you think, like, isn't really going to be a part of the family, but, you know, he ends up being a part of the family in, like, a twist, what we see, but I kind of seen it coming. Yeah. I mean, it got to a point where I was believing that he wasn't a part of it, but then, yeah. Alright, so, and the uncle at the back, I don't know if that's the same one from, you know, the first two movies, because at this point it looks like it's just a corpse. Kind of like the grandma in the second one. You know, who's up in that hill place. You know, when the main character from the second one, you know, goes to get the chainsaw and she's holding it. It seems like she's dead, but just by touching her and taking off the chainsaw that killed her. Yeah. But whatever about the second one. And then there's Leatherface, like the one who just never dies, basically. And, you know, the main icon of these movies. Then there's that little girl, like, she's very creepy. I think her name's Sally. Yeah. She kind of has like a room full of, like, you know, skeletons, and has like a doll that looks like a baby's corpse, but, you know, it's decayed. Like, oh man, that's just messed up to think about. Yeah, she's definitely crazy. And then there's the guy, I think he's the one who drives the car and was chasing after him, and, you know, tried to hit Benny. He also has like a claw for a hand, because there's a scene when Leatherface, you know, gets in trouble, and basically Leatherface isn't really liking how he's treating him, so he kind of puts his other hand that's still fine into the fire, but, you know, he kind of takes it out when, you know, his mother, who I guess that's the mother of the movie, and kind of more of the, you know, the one who kind of makes the rules, kind of like the father from the first two movies. And she tells him to stop it because if she wasn't there, like man, he would have lost both of his hands. Hell, he'd probably be dead by now. Because I don't know if that's what happened to his other hand. Yeah. But yeah, that's the whole family. But yeah, the mother kind of has like a voice box, so she's kind of using a voice box for the whole movie. But yeah, she's basically like the main person of the family who makes the rules, just like that guy in the first two, who couldn't, unfortunately make it to the third one. I know that he passed away in real life, but yeah. Alright, so it ends up with Michelle getting captured, and basically it looks like Ryan dies, but somehow he's actually still alive when they get to the place. And I don't know if I already said this, but I guess Leatherface gets a new chainsaw for it's supposed to be like a reward, but that scene that I described before, when he got in trouble for not taking out everyone, like Benny, like most of all, that's when he got in trouble, because that was supposed to be a reward for what he did. But since he didn't, fully complete his mission, like he got into trouble for that, and I would have said how that went. Lol, yeah. And then like she's just getting tortured right now, and Ryan, like I said, he's still alive, or he's kind of conscious, but then that little girl kind of wants to be the one to kill him. That hammer thing that no normally have, but they kind of do it in a different way now, where it's kind of like on a rope, and then like it just swings down and takes out the person. Yeah, I guess that's how they kill him now, to get the blood out. Because I guess that's how they make drinks. Yeah. Yeah, the little girl's the one who does it this time. Yeah. Man, she's so creepy. And as for her, yeah, her hands just get nailed down, so it's hard for her to escape. I mean, I think normally like they just tape their hands, but her hands get nailed down because maybe they learned from before where they're just easily able to break out. But yeah, basically Benny takes out the perverted kind, but he doesn't really kill him, because he's like patrolling the area, and I already said like what he did before with Sarah and throwing her corpse, her head, in the water, and then Benny sneaks up to him and takes him out. But he doesn't kill him; he just punches him in the water. And I was thinking like, that's gonna kill him, because he says one down, but I'm just like, he's dead. What? He just punched him in the water, like he could easily get out. I mean, unless he doesn't know how to swim or something. I mean, that's the only way he'd be dead. Yeah. But yeah, basically Benny finds the place, and he sees Leatherface that he's playing with like some toy, and it kind of shows Leatherface to be more of a kid in this movie. I mean, I'd say he was more of a pervy one in the second movie, because yeah. And then the first one he's just like really creepy, man. But yeah, this one, like, he kind of has like a lot of toys. He has like headphones that listens to music and stuff. He even gives it to like Michelle, and she's just like that scene, man. Yeah. But yeah, when he hears that Michelle's in trouble, that's when because Michelle's about to get chainsawed at this moment, for the meat. But that's when Benny comes, and that's when Benny comes and shoots down. Well, basically shoots in the house, just shooting everywhere, even though he could possibly kill Michelle. Like, this guy, man. I mean, he's doing whatever he can, but damn, he could have killed Michelle in this moment. But for me, he should have got close to a window so he could see where he's actually shooting. But I don't know if that would have been dangerous. It seems like he mainly made a good call here, but he still could have killed Michelle. Yeah, because he was trying to save her, but just shooting the whole house, I don't know if that was a good idea. But he does, take out the mom. The guy with the claw hand, he loses like some of his fingers. I think Tex just gets grazed, so he's still fine basically. And then he ends up fighting Benny. Leatherface, he's fine. And then Michelle is able to get her hands out the nails and escape outside. And that's when a big fight happens, and he takes on Tex. I guess Michelle's running away at first, but eventually tries to help Benny when she's fighting Leatherface. But when Benny's taking on Tex, he basically uses the lighter to finish him off, because basically it gets him to a point where Well, basically, Benny, is like near a truck. He basically, takes out some of the oil from the gas, and then he uses the lighter to burn Tex. I think he also takes on the guy with the claw hand who can't really do much because, he's already messed up. Yeah, but yeah, the mum bleeds out, I know that. The little girl, I'll get back to her. And then it gets to the point where he's fighting Leatherface. Michelle kind of helps out here. And there was kind of a scene that I didn't mention at the beginning. Because it gets to a point, where Leatherface is about to kill Benny. And it seems like he does kill Benny, like it's over for Benny. But yeah, I'm just going to address the scene. So yeah, there's this scene when, she kind of runs over, like, at the beginning of the movie, she kind of runs over, like, an animal, and she kind of feels bad for running it over, and she wants to pull it out of its misery, but she isn't able to, and basically Ryan is the one who, kills it. So you was thinking, like, when he got to near the end, she wouldn't have no chance to kill Leatherface, but then, when it looks like Benny's dead after fighting Leatherface, and it looks like he drowns, after getting kind of chainsawed. Well, he does basically get chainsawed in the back of his head, but not fully. But I still thought, Benny was dead at that moment. So then, Leatherface comes to Michelle, but then, she's able to get the walk and, bash Leatherface to death. Because she wasn't able to kill this animal at the beginning, so I was thinking, like, man, she'd have no chance at the end. But then I guess everything just comes full circle, and she's actually able to do that, because I guess at the end she kind of loses her mind, like in this image. Yeah, I guess she looks a bit crazy here. Like, she's just making, fins to Leatherface, like what the other girl was doing, but a bit more crazy, I guess. Laughing at everything, man. Yeah, my god. But yeah, at the end, somehow Benny's still alive, and comes with Michelle. But then the perverted guy is still alive. Which, I mean, if Benny's still alive after getting chainsawed from the back of his head and ending up in the water, and is still alive, I was thinking, like, wait, that means that guy is still alive and basically attacks Benny with a hammer. Man, he gets hit so much, man. He goes for so much trying to help these people, even though he does make mistakes at the beginning. Yeah. But yeah, but Michelle's basically able to fight him off and then get to Benny's shotgun. And in this moment, like, if Benny wasn't here, I don't know if, like, Michelle would have died here. Or worse. But yeah, she's basically able to get to the shotgun, and this guy thinks, like, she won't be able to use it, but, blasts him away. And then that's, how to take out the last guy. Yeah. And then that's how the movie ends. Yeah. They just basically escape afterwards. And yeah, I definitely enjoyed the sequel more than the second one now. I mean, I still liked the second one, but after watching this one, it just shows how weak the second one was, and I can see why a lot of people don't like the second one now. Also, that little girl, I just want to talk about her real quick. But yeah, I'm not sure what actually happened to her. I mean, I know she, like, the last time we seen her, like, she was trying to help Tex take out Benny. Like, she pressed some button to, show these lights to show where they are. So then that's when everyone was trying to kill them, but they failed. But after that scene, like, I wonder what even happened to her. They didn't even really show what happened to her. Maybe she escaped, and I have no idea if we're going to see her in a sequel or not. But I guess I'm just going to have to wait and see if they even address her again. Or is it going to be like a Buffy situation where there's a kid in Buffy who I guess was going to be maybe the next heir after what happened to the first villain from the first season. Like, I was thinking they was going to do a lot more with him, but then, Spike comes along and kind of pushes him over to the side and we never see him again. So I just don't know if it's going to be that kind of situation, but I'll see what they do with the fourth movie. Yeah. It'd be cool to see him again, maybe older, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, guys, that's my review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I hope you enjoyed it. I guess I'll review the next one on Saturday, because I am going to review something else on Thursday, just not really sure what yet. And since this is Wednesday, because I was meant to upload this on Tuesday, but I messed up the first video. Yeah, this is going to be uploaded before I stream GTA, so yeah. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the review. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.